Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
You are listening to the Brilliance Business Show. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. Conversations with leading experts in business, and today I have an incredible guest, Joanna Howes. Joanna is an international leadership and change partner, and our topic today is courageous leadership. Joanna, welcome to the Brilliance Business Show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm really looking forward to a conversation with you. Before I get started, I just need to make a legal disclaimer that Joanna is not offering legal advice or legal assistance. So let's get started with the show. Joanna, can you share with our listeners a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Yes, I'd be happy to. So as you said, I'm a leadership and change partner. And I really specialize in helping, leaders who are currently maybe feeling a bit unfulfilled, know that there's something inside them that they want to achieve more. And we work together to transform them into great and courageous leaders who can have positive and everlasting impact on their teams. So it's doing a lot of work with, mindset and how we think and what we want for ourselves in the future.
It's really important. With great leadership, so much success can be built. And what I like about what you're doing, Joanna, is that you're helping with the mindset and the way people think as well, which is so important, especially in the way the world is at the moment. I would like you to share a little bit about the product and the service that you provide your clients.
Yeah, so we have a range of products. So we can go really into specific and work with someone one-to-one to, really go into what's unique for them and what do they want to bring out in their leadership, because leadership's very personal to the individual. And then we also do some really good group coaching where we bring leaders together from across different organizations, and it's called the Courageous Leadership Club. And you come in there to kind of really learn from others, but then also part of the club where you get specialized training of what's needed for leaders going into the future. What challenges do you need to be prepared for? And how do you need to be thinking and upgrading your thinking skills to meet those challenges? So we really work with the self and build up the inner world of the individual to help them move forward and progress and achieve, what they can see for themselves and actually realize it and get there.
And you mentioned a great word there, inner world. And I have to agree so strongly that, don't you find, Joanna, that when you change your thinking, and it sounds cliche, but it has worked for me, when you change your thinking with a little bit of repetition, it doesn't happen overnight, your world will start to transform. Would you agree with me there?
I totally agree. And that's, I managed to transform my own life with doing this work on myself first. I was in a bit of a dark place. And then when I realized that I could actually be in charge of my mind and unlock really who I was and my potential, and that all came from the way I thought and my thoughts and the meanings I gave those thoughts. And it's all about really getting to know you so you can take charge of your mind and achieve really whatever then you set out to achieve. It is the key to the future you want for yourself.
And what I like, you are walking the walk and talking the talk. And that is what makes you a great leadership and change partner, because you have been through the dark side. Like myself, I have a dark past to challenges, obstacles, heartache. But that is why you are so good at serving and helping others. Now, can you tell me, Joanna, what kind of client do you work with? Who are your clients?
So I work with people that actually care about other people. It's not just all about themselves. And they want to help others make a difference as well. And it's people that, care, but have spent all their life really looking at wanting to be a leader. And then when you become it, you look around and go, whoa, look at this responsibility. Wow, you've got these people now looking at you for decision making and for their careers. And it's those people who want to really look out for them and grow future leaders. That's who I work with. And those people that there's that burning desire in them that know that there's more for them, but for some reason, either they're limiting beliefs or just not fully having the self-awareness they need right now, they're not able to be the leader they know they can be. So they've just got some frustration and, they're unfulfilled at the moment. And then we work together to transform them to be what they see, in their mind they can be.
And these skills are so needed in today's modern world. Can you just go a tiny little bit more into detail of the product and service? And also, how can people get into your products and services, Joanna?
So the product the Courageous Leadership product is a 3-month program. It's an accelerator program where you will get a 60-minute session with me bi-weekly, where you will learn all the mindset and skills and obstacles that you're going to be facing over the next few years as leaders. Because the pace of change that's coming up is going to be faster than we've ever experienced before. So upskilling yourself to be ready is absolutely crucial for you to stay relevant. And relevant is going to be such an important thing because it's already been predicted, I think, that in 2030, 85% of the roles that, for 2030 haven't even been invented yet. So as a leader, you can see the change that's coming. You will also get weekly mentoring with me on a Q&A with all the other fellow leaders in the group. And I'm limiting it to just 16 people. So you will get the time to build relationships, and I can get the time to really build and get to know you so I can specifically understand what you need. And then you can continue with one-to-one coaching. And we also do EDIS behavioural profiling. And the EDIS behavioural profiling is the key to starting to build your self-awareness of your strengths and development areas, how you're perceived, and how you can develop behavioural flexibility as a leader to be able to enter the other world of other people and communicate as a master.
What I loved about what you said there is being able to see into the future. And also, I like the fact that you're doing this as a group as well as your one-to-one. So it's like a little community where people can connect with like-minded people. Because sometimes, Joanna, I don't know whether you feel this way, it can get a little bit lonely on the journey of following your passions and following your dreams and goals, and having a community to share that vision and work on goals together is truly amazing. How can people get more information on this service?
Well, I'm actually currently running masterclasses to give people a taster of what's coming. And they're currently, if you connect with me on my LinkedIn, on Joanna Howes, they're currently being publicised on there. You can also go to my website's actually going to go live next week, which is www.joannahowes.com. And I also have a Facebook page where I'm regularly interviewing other leaders, so you can learn from others already. And that's the Change Creators. So there's many ways to get access to me. But I would say at the moment, a lot of activity is on my LinkedIn page to be able to connect.
Well, that's great. And we'll make sure that there's a LinkedIn link on the bottom of the article part of the show to make it really simple for our audience to get a hold of you, Joanna. Now, I want to touch on something I'm really excited about. You are a co-author of the Law of Brand Attraction book. And just so our listeners know, this book has made #1 in so many different categories. It's got big stars from The Secret movie like Marie Diamond, Bob Doyle. The amazing mind behind the project is Sammy Blingdell. We have Pete Cohen, who is a big television star as well. And you are co-author of this incredible book. Can you tell us a little bit about the law of brand attraction?
Yeah, well, it's incredibly exciting to be part of the book and to come together as a collaboration. And I think you can tell that I'm very much about community in my products and in being part of this book. You know, the book was to bring business owners together who, you know, we're all navigating a different world right now, to help other business owners who maybe, you know, are feeling a bit lost and not sure where to go in their business right now. And it's a book that's just full of the most powerful lessons and learnings and advice from a range of different people, to really help you know, well, what's the next step forward you can take in your journey in your business.
And it's bringing together the law of attraction and business, which I absolutely love. Can you tell us a little bit about your chapter, Joanna?
Yeah, so my chapter was all about, you know, unlock your mind, unlock your impact so you can be in charge of your results. And I shared the story of how, you know, when I was 18 years old, I walked into my front room and my dad passed away in front of me. So that was quite a life-changing experience for me. And I then became a person who worked very, very hard to kind of prove my worth, get to the top, climb the ladder. So I wanted to make my dad proud, even though he was no longer here. And then I actually learned that getting to the top, it wasn't that fulfilling. It didn't mean as much as I wanted it or expected it to. But when I learned to unlock my mind and be really true to myself, not worrying about fitting in or saying the right thing or needing to be right, I could just be me. That's what I've shared in the book, is how can you start that journey to really being you and being in charge of your mind to get the results you want. And I now know that my dad would be super proud of me having done that work and proud of me being me. It wasn't about what position that I was going to achieve.
That is absolutely a beautiful story, Joanna. And also, I have to agree with you. I have things to prove in my past where I was aiming always to get to the top. But you find you're always trying to get to the top, because when you reach one level, there's another level to get to. But when you reach inwards and present in the present moment, and you really start to appreciate your blessings coming from the heart and really serving others, helping others, and following your passion and purpose, which you mentioned, that is much more fulfilling than just trying to always be at the top. So I have to really agree with you there. And your chapter sounds very, very exciting. It's an amazing book, The Law of Brand Attraction, and that can be found at thelawofbrandattraction.com. I really, really recommend everyone to get a hold of this book. It's making such a big movement, and also you can become a part of a great community when you get involved in getting your hands on this amazing book, The Law of Brand Attraction. Joanna, I have really enjoyed a conversation with you. I want to ask you, before we close the show today, what's new for Joanna? What are you working on right now? I know you're super busy.
Yeah, so we are aiming to launch the next Courageous Leaders Club on the 27th of July. And then we're also going to be turning it into a program online so people can then access it whenever they choose to. So if you can't make, you know, the lives, you still have an option to do that. And then we're looking at more, you know, behaviours. How do we help behaviours and these behaviours going into the future? Because technology is just going to ramp up. So the leaders need to understand people skills and human behaviour to able to lead people. So that's where we're really focusing now, is upskilling and educating people on how humans work and operate to drive deeper connections and courageous leaders.
I absolutely love what you're into at the moment, all the things that you're achieving, all the projects that you're working on. It's really, really exciting times for you, the launch of the book, your new program, what you're launching. I see a great future for you with lots of great leaders that you have helped to become great, great entrepreneurs. Now, Joanna, is there anything I did not cover that you would like to share today?
Only on the other side, though, my business is very much helping leaders. But I actually have 22 years working for large organizations doing operations. So it's always about, if you're a leader as well and a business owner that needs operational support. So it's not just your mindset, but you want to know how to smarten up your operations to really be a smart business and not working all the hours, but smart working. That's also a huge part of what I help leaders with as well.
Joanna, thank you for coming on to the Brilliance Business Show, sharing more about who you are, what you do, and the product service you provide. I really enjoyed a conversation with you. My last question, how can people connect with you? How can people get a hold of you?
I would say definitely look up Joanna Howes on LinkedIn and on my Facebook page and my website, www.joannahowes.com.
Thank you so much for being my guest today, Joanna.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a great conversation. You have been listening to the Brilliance Business Show, conversations with leading experts in business.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.